Middle of January. Snow piled high outside. Grocery prices through the roof. But you're walking out to your homemade root cellar, pulling out crisp, fresh carrots, perfect potatoes, apples still crunchy as the day you picked them. Today, 7 ways to store your harvest through winter. A buried trash can. Free. An old cooler. Free. A spare closet. Free. And this one? $12. But my neighbor keeps asking which contractor I hired. Stick around to the end. I'll tell you which method is safest if you've got curious grandkids or pets running around. Hit subscribe. Your future self will thank you. Before we dive in, here's something important. I've got 2 bunches of carrots here. Same variety, same harvest day. The first bunch sat in my refrigerator for 3 months. Wilted, rubbery, barely edible. The second bunch sat in my root cellar for 3 months. Still crisp and fresh as the day I pulled them. Your refrigerator is killing your harvest. Vegetables were designed by Mother Nature to last months underground, not weeks in a dry fridge. And here's what the grocery stores don't want you to know. They want you dependent on wilted produce every week. They want you coming back again and again. But our grandparents, they were free. They stored once, ate all winter long. Today, you're going to learn how to take back that freedom. 4 things to remember. Just 4. 1. Temperature between 32 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. Humidity around 85 to 95%. 3. Darkness. Light makes things sprout. 4. A little bit of airflow. Stagnant air breeds mold. Get these 4 things right, and your vegetables practically store themselves. Now, let's get into it. First 3 methods. For folks with a yard or outdoor space. Method number 1. Buried trash can. $0 to $15. This old-timer trick has fed families for generations. Dig a hole deep enough so the lid sits right at ground level. The soil around it keeps temperatures cool and steady, even when the air above freezes solid. Drill a few small holes in the bottom for drainage. Layer your vegetables with straw between them. Put the lid on, pile more straw or leaves on top. Best for USDA zones 3 through 7. That's most of the Midwest, Northeast, and mountain states. Tip from my grandmother: line the bottom with straw, not newspaper. Newspaper holds moisture and causes rot. Straw breathes. Method number 2. Recycled cooler. $0. That old cooler gathering dust in your garage. It's about to become your food savings account. Coolers are already insulated. Just drill 2 small holes on opposite sides for airflow. Without ventilation, moisture builds up and causes mold. Best for USDA zones 6 through 10. Warmer areas like the South, Southwest, and Pacific Coast. Set it in your garage or shed. Total cost: $0. Method number 3. Under your porch. $0 to $30. Got a porch? You're sitting on free storage. Literally. The area underneath is naturally cool and dark. Add some simple shelving, make sure water drains away, create a small access door. Best for USDA zones 4 through 8, covers most of the continental US. Safety note: lock that access door if you've got pets or grandchildren visiting. A simple latch keeps everyone safe. All right, those first 3 are for folks with outdoor space. But what if you're in an apartment or don't have a yard? Don't worry. The next 4 methods are for you. And honestly, the next one is what I'm really excited to share. Remember that $12 setup I mentioned? The one my neighbor thought I hired a professional for? It's coming right up. Method number 4. Insulated storage bin. $10 to $20. This is the one I promised. $12. 20 minutes. My neighbor asked who installed it for me. She didn't believe I did it myself. What you need: one large plastic storage bin, $8 to $10. Styrofoam sheets, $2 to $3. Hardware cloth. You probably have some already. Step 1. Cut the foam to fit snugly inside, bottom and all 4 sides. Step 2. Cut small ventilation holes near the top. Cover them with hardware cloth to keep mice out. Step 3. Place it in your garage or covered porch. That's it. Works in all zones across the country. When guests see this setup, they think you spent hundreds. The look on their faces when you say $12? Priceless. Method number 5. Unheated closet. $0. Here's a secret us lazy gardeners know. That empty closet in your basement or north-facing room. It's already a root cellar. You just didn't know it. These spaces are naturally cooler. Add a little ventilation. Leave the door cracked, and you've got free cold storage. Works in all zones. Method number 6. Straw-covered pit. $0. This is how your great-grandparents did it. And it still works. Dig a shallow pit. Put your vegetables in. Cover with straw, then dirt. Let Mother Nature do the rest. Layer it, vegetables on straw, vegetables on straw. Cover with about 6 inches of soil and a thick layer of dry leaves on top. Best for USDA zones 3 through 7. I remember my grandmother pulling perfect carrots from frozen ground in February. Fresh, crisp, sweet as candy. That memory started my journey 40 years ago. Method number 7. Kitchen cabinet cellar. $20 to $50. No yard? No problem. Kitchen cabinets against an outside wall. They're naturally cooler than the rest of your house. Perfect for apartment dwellers. Choose a north-facing exterior wall cabinet if you can. Use breathable baskets. Pro tip: the cabinet under your sink is usually the coolest spot. Just make sure there are no water leaks. Works in all zones. And with this method, you just beat the grocery stores at their own game. They want you buying wilted vegetables every week. You've got fresh produce all winter long from your own 2 hands. The question I get most often: where do I buy this stuff? Plastic bins, foam, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, or check Facebook Marketplace. Folks give these away all the time. Metal trash cans. Ask your neighbors first. Many have extras they'll give you for free. Hardware cloth. Any hardware store, get the 1/4-inch mesh size. Straw. Feed stores, usually $5 to $8 a bale. Thermometer. Dollar Tree, $1.25. But before you buy anything, look around your house first. Old bins, broken coolers, foam from shipping boxes, all of it works. 3 common problems, and how to fix them. Rotting. Too much moisture. Add more ventilation. Remove any spoiled vegetables immediately. 1 bad potato ruins the whole batch. This mistake cost me my entire 30 pounds of potatoes my first year. Heartbreaking. Don't be like me. Sprouting. Too warm. Move to a cooler spot. A few small sprouts? Just snap them off. The potatoes still fine to eat. Mice or bugs? Use 1/4-inch hardware cloth. Avoid wooden crates. Mice chew right through them. A neighbor of mine used old wooden crates. Mice had a feast all winter. She had nothing left to eat by March. The best prevention? Check everything once a week. March. The snow is melting. You walk out to your storage. Grab a few carrots, some potatoes. Still crisp. Still perfect. Like you just picked them yesterday. You make a pot of homemade soup. Vegetables from your garden, stored by your hands. That's not just a meal. That's a victory. That's independence. Our grandparents knew this feeling. Now you can too. So there you have it. 7 ways to store your harvest without spending a fortune or breaking your back. My favorite? Method number 4. The insulated bin. $12. 20 minutes. Works anywhere. And as I promised, if you've got grandkids or pets around, methods 4, 5, and 7 are your safest bets. They're all indoors and can be locked or secured. Did this video help? Hit that like button. It helps YouTube show this to other gardeners who need it. Subscribe if you want more tips on growing and storing your own food. New videos every week. Which method will you try first? Or do you have a family root cellar trick passed down through generations? Share it in the comments. Let's learn from each other. Happy gardening, friends.